It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Dolphins and the Barons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Miami Dolphins. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin and CD. We've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position and be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 74 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 25 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
That pass complete to Moore. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogba that time, able to drop him for a loss.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And on now is the punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
But when you hit him on a move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On play action, here's Tua. Akers back-to-back catches. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll run for it with Akers. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Being chased out left. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So third down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a night.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Back to the ground with Hall. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Hall again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Holding offense.
The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And he'll find Hall. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. On first down, Tagovailoa. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Tua. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now here's a look for the end zone. That one's going to wind up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to pass. Tua. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This pass into the hands of Turner. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. drives down, kicks the game.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium.
and they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Kirk Cousins has fired 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to get in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the foul even faster. You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hall again. And some room to run now. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Haynes. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Barons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. All again on 2nd down. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
You know, you got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now here come the Dolphins. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Dancing to his left. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
One thing I was lazy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Paul ought to give up the middle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 62 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this one too low. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis, 31 yards. And the Barons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Miami set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Throw right side, Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a give to Hall. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Miami. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Ball again on second down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, a run with Hall. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw is Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A give running right is Akers. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.